Hello, it's Mark from Cars and Cameras, and today we're going to take a look at the A7 III. This is the USA model. I know the European model's been out for a little bit. A little quick unboxing for you. This is the kit. Of course, you got the camera strap. Just says A7 on it. Lens hood for the kit lens. Very nice. And the kit lens. 28-70. Feels pretty good in the hand. I've never handled this lens before. Actually, the build quality is not too bad. It's better than I expected. Not bad for $200. Okay, so here's that new battery. Looks very nice. It's much longer lasting. There's the plug, the wall plug. And there's your USB cable to charge the camera. And here is that camera. Okay, looks very nice. Sony, very nice build quality to the camera. Does not look like a budget model whatsoever. Okay, so moving on, we're going to take a look at something that I think you should protect your camera with, and that is protecting your LCD screen on the back of your camera. And with this Sony screen protector, now this is not the exact one for the camera because they don't make one, but it does fit on there. I do have it on now. I don't have the battery installed, so I do not know. I may have to flip it upside down because it may be blocking part of the screen. But as you can see, it looks like it came from the factory. It's just adhesive around the edges, so you can easily peel it off and reuse it if you want to. But you can protect your expensive screen on your new Sony A7 III camera. Okay, so moving on, let's take a look at the dials and controls. They feel really nice. If you're coming from one of the alpha cameras, the 63 or 6500, it feels like a little bit of an upgrade here. Okay, so there's the dual card slots. One of them is XC2. And one of them is not. Why they are not both XC2 card slots, I have no idea. But one of them is. There is that newer, longer lasting battery. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing charged up and get it ready to go. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of the controls on the camera. So you have your mic input here on the side. That's our first little slot here. And our second slot gives you a headphone jack and a micro HDMI connection. And we'll be testing that out. And here we have your USB-C connector on the top and your multi-connector on the bottom, which is your USB connector. Okay, so here's how I wanted to see if there was any difference with the screen. It pulls out the same as any other Sony camera. Of course, it tilts up about that far. And about the same as the other alpha cameras. And of course, if you're holding it over your head, it'll tilt down about that much. Okay, so let's move on to the menus. And I was correct. I did need to flip that LCD screen, the screen protector, and upside down because it was blocking part of the screen. Now I'm just going to kind of go through the menus. Very familiar if you're familiar with other Sony cameras. They're very similar, just setting everything up for 4K, 24p, 100 megabit recording. Also, I wanted to go in and take a look at the overheating function to let the camera run at a longer period of time if it does get hot. I don't really hear too many people talking about this. So there is that temperature setting. I'm going to go ahead and set it to high. I will be doing testing on this to see if the camera does overheat. Some people say it can, some people say it doesn't. So let's find out what the real answers are. So now we're back to that, and we're back to the camera. And that's my quick look at the Sony A7 III. It's a very, very nice camera, and I will be doing a lot of testing with it very shortly. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. A lot of videos coming up on the A7 III very shortly. Here's some quick video that I just shot around the yard just to see real quick how the camera would perform and see what it would do. But there'll be a lot more testing in all various modes to see how it works very shortly. So thank you very much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.